Residential market analysis is in highest and best use. Chapter 1, Market Fundamentals, page 40. Characteristics of land. This part of the market analysis course would not be complete if we failed to discuss the characteristics of land and the relationship to value. We all know that land does not depreciate in value. Land cannot normally be lost. It is said that land is indestructible. Buildings, however, are subject to depreciation because they can lose value with age, social changes, utility, etc. Land cannot be moved to another location. There is only so much land and no one can make any more of it. In some areas of the country, we have managed to reclaim some of the land, but the land was always there. Having reclaimed it, we can now use it for another purpose. Land has three distinct characteristics that are basic to the forces that create and affect value. Physical characteristics of the land. The physical characteristics of land relate to immobility. Land cannot be moved to another location. It is permanent where it is. Indestructibility. We cannot destroy the land. We can alter its usability, but we cannot destroy it like we can blow up or implode a building. Heterogeneity. Each piece of land is unique. There are no two parcels that are exactly the same. Valuing land through the use of comparable sales is made all the more difficult because of this uniqueness. Economic characteristics of land. The economic characteristics of the land relate to the utility of the land area and are contingent upon types of improvements. The kind of improvements allowed for the particular land area will contribute to its value. Permanence of improvements in capital. The appraiser determines the highest and best use of the land as though it were vacant and ready for its highest and best use. These highest and best uses may be different at different times because of zoning changes, social changes, political changes, etc. It is because of these changes that the appraiser can question the permanence of the present improvements. If the usefulness of the present structure has expired, a newer and better structure will take its place for a higher and better use of the land. Location preferences. The desire for a specific location is relative to the externalities surrounding the particular land area. Social changes. The availability of utilities, market demands for specific improvements are but a few of the reasons for a particular residential or commercial location preference. Scarcity. The physical location of a particular land parcel is always integrated with the surrounding development and subsequent improvements. Again, there is only so much land. Demand and supply contribute directly to the economic value of a particular location. End of page. Page 41. Government restrictions on the land. Government restrictions on the land. And it shows a Capitol building sucking up dollars and coins. Governmental restrictions relate to the uses of the land that are allowed or prohibited, as the case may be, by the various empowered government agencies. Governmental restrictions generally fall into four categories. Taxation. Governmental bodies are empowered to tax property owners for the costs of providing services or regulating standards for the community in which the property is located. The costs of providing a school system, the policing of the community, providing fire protection, and the many other governmental services are passed on to the property owners. If property owners do not pay a fair share of the real estate taxes, they will eventually lose their property. Police power, building code enforcement, zoning regulations, flood control measures, traffic enforcement, fire inspections, and sanitary regulation enforcement are but a few of the governmental restrictions on the property owner's bundle of rights. Eminent domain. Eminent domain is the right of governmental agencies to take private property, some or all, for the good of the public. Quasi-governmental agencies approved by the U.S. Congress or state legislatures are also granted this right for the overall good of the public. Public service companies such as the utility company or the railroads can exercise the right of eminent domain for the public good. A recent ruling by the U.S. Supreme Court now allows the above-mentioned agencies to take private property and turn it over to private companies to develop for the overall public good. The process is actually taking the property is condemnation of the property by the governmental agency. The governmental agency must pay the property owner just compensation based upon the fair market value for the property being taken. Escheat. Escheat grants the state the right to lay claim to a property upon the death of the owner if there are no heirs or there is no will to provide for the continued ownership of the property. End of page.